This is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach with Charles Neal and my son Link from Good Mythical Morning. How you doing, son?
I'm doing good, Dad. I'm doing good. You know, if I were to rate my life on a scale of 1 to 10, just overall, 10 being complete and pure orgasmic bliss.
Oh my goodness.
And 0 being would rather not remain on this plane of existence, I would probably give myself. I think I would go with an 8. I think I'm going to go all the way to 8.
Well,
I got a couple of things that I'm still a little too worried about that I don't need to be. So I'm not happy about that. And I think that brings me down a point. And then not knowing how you're doing brings me down another half a point. So you can fix that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you putting yourself right now? And you can take a minute to think about it because I know this is a big question.
Well, I'm probably about an 8 too, at least an 8, if not a 9.
At least an 8.
Yeah.
Man, we're both over here at 8 and 9, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, now you brought me up to a 9 just by saying you're a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost feel bad saying it because, you know, there's a lot to get down about in the world these days. And but the sad thing about life is that in one way or another, if it ain't here, it's coming for you personally or corporately or whatever the case may be. And when things are good, you don't need to feel guilty for it. You just need to be grateful for it. So how about that?
That's right. Yep.
So we're in a good spot.
Things have been good for me and Nancy and everything we've been doing. Like we've talked about, they've been doing a little bit of traveling and everything going on. And
enjoying each other.
And I got, probably by the time this episode has come out, we've eat cabbage out of the garden and spring onions and probably getting pretty close to picking something you don't care nothing about, but some good, wonderful tomatoes.
Nope. Don't like okra either.
And
you got any okra?
Planted. Nope, I ain't got no okra planted. Got
but
bell peppers and
your anticipated delight from the fruits of your garden is pushing you up to a 9. That and your
I'm telling you,
that and your relationship with Nancy. So that's I love that. That makes me happy. Yeah. You know what? And it's kind of a good example of like keep it simple. You know, if you can just have a project you're looking forward to, even if it is tomatoes. Ugh. You know, that'll be magical.
It's time for another edition of Myrtle Beach Mailbag. So I got an email from Phil, and it says,
Phil.
Hey, Charles and Link, this is Phil here, and I'm kind of curious. You guys always do a segment called Don't Tell Nana, but I feel like Link has gotten off scot-free for the past 115 plus episodes. What about Don't Tell Christy for a change?
Well, that's a good point. That is a good point, and I think that's something that I've been meaning to discuss. Now's a good time to do that.
Hey, Phil, Don't Tell Nana is a whole different ball game than if we would do a thing called Don't Tell Christy or Don't Tell Nancy, because we're still married, and if we start doing don't tell stuff about our wives, oh hell, they might not be a wives no more.
Oh, that's a good point, Dad. You're talking about keeping secrets from your partner,
and that ain't a good idea. I'm a pretty good example of that of some things, but
that's fair.
Link. If Link wants to do a Don't Tell Christy episode and we do a spot about that, he can go right ahead. But we ain't doing a Don't Tell Nancy episode. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, just back the bus up and then run right over me with it, Dad.
That's what I just
All right,
did.
I'm on my own with the Don't Tell Christy. But
I mean, she is your wife.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I mean,
it's my decision.
You're the one that's got. If you don't want to tell her something, and we do an episode about it, somebody's gonna tell her, because she's not like Nana. Nana don't get on and watch and kind of see. And Christy does peek and look sometimes at some of our podcasts and our stuff on YouTube.
Matter of fact, in the last episode, I told the story of like how I was kind of in the doghouse the day before Mother's Day, right? When I said that I took a nap. I didn't take 2 naps. I took 1 nap, but it was segmented. Okay? Just because you wake up in the middle of a nap doesn't mean the nap's over. It doesn't mean now you've taken 2 naps. So I feel like I get the raw end of the deal. Here I am doing it again, talking crap about Chrissy's perspective, and she's listening again. Because that's what I found out. She said that I made her look bad. And how do I get off telling my version of things? And I was like, well, it's just, I told it how I remembered it. She's like, well, you made me look bad like just wanting a steak. Oh, that steak's not good enough. You got to go and get me another steak from Ralph's. I was like, well, that's kind of how I remember it. She's like, that ain't how it happened. And I was like, but for the sake of the podcast, and, we only have so much time, stories need to be simplified, and sometimes you got to emphasize things for entertainment value, Christy. And she's like, well, you can't do that at my expense. And I said, well, okay, note taken.
Yep,
So I would just like to
Phil, he's already done it.
Her that listen. Apparently there were other reasons that she gave me why my story was all wrong, but honestly, I really wasn't taking notes.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now that her story's right, and my story's was wrong, and if it painted her in a negative light, well, that was my error. And I would get into the specifics, but if you know what they say about a dead horse, if you beat a dead horse, it stinks. That's what they don't say. They say don't beat a dead horse, but they don't tell you why.
Because it stinks.
It stinks.
Mm-hmm.
And all the smells just fart out of it if you beat it.
Yep.
Why are you sitting there beating a dead horse anyway? You already killed it. Or maybe that's the reason that you say don't beat a dead horse. Is the reason, why is that the phrase, Dad? Don't beat a dead horse. Because it stinks, right?
I don't think the phrase is that you really are beating a dead horse. It's that when you've done something and like you kind of shed a little bad light on Christy, don't keep bringing up, leave it alone, let it go. I think that's what that means. Let it go.
Let it rot.
Don't bring it up no more.
Let it rot in the prairie.
Yep.
I understand the application, but I don't really understand why. I'm now torn on the interpretation, the origin of the phrase, don't beat a dead horse.
Can I read it to you?
Were people beating dead horses?
Yeah.
No, I don't want the right answer. I want Dad's answer. I'm sorry for being snappy with you, Logan. But I am on the defensive. Logan. People are coming at me all over the place. Logan's like, well I can tell you.
I gave you my reason of what beating a dead horse meant.
Because it stinks.
It stinks,
I know
but you just have to. If you
why
got
are people beating a dead horse?
And there ain't no need to keep bringing it up.
I know that.
Leave it alone.
You're not understanding my question. My question is.
I understand your question.
Okay. Well, then why? Why are people beating dead horses?
I can't answer that question. I don't know why anybody beat a dead horse.
Is it because they've killed it?
It's just a saying.
Did they beat it to kill it? And they need to stop because it's dead? Or is it because you don't beat a dead horse because it's a stink?
Well, but it kind of be like when I tell people that dog won't hunt if it won't hunt, it won't hunt. So it's just a saying.
But the origin is people hunt with dogs, Dad.
Yeah, but some dogs won't hunt. I had some of them.
And then, so you might as well not even try, is the application.
Yeah.
It's a failure from the start. It's destined to fail. Don't even do it. But
all right, Logan, cut him off. Tell him what it means.
It's your show.
Dead horse, don't beat a dead horse.
The origin of the expression comes from the mid-19th century when the practice of beating horses to make them go faster was often viewed as acceptable. To beat a dead horse would be pointless as it wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
it was neither of what I said, and you didn't help me at all, Dad. Here I am talking about stinking horses and killing horses. It's riding horses. It's almost like what it could have been was like, get off of the dead horse.
Well, hey, Link,
Maybe not.
it could be like the Kentucky Derby. It could be like the Kentucky Derby a month or so ago when they fined a jockey $60,000 and where he couldn't ride again for a little while because he hit the horse too many times, and he won the Kentucky Derby. But because he hit the horse so many times, they fined him.
He was beating the horse?
He was hitting it with the thing to try to make him go faster, and because he did it so many times, they fined him $60,000.
They're sitting there counting how many times you're beating the horse?
Yes, they are. Yes, they did. I didn't never know.
That sounds, and where are you on this? Do you agree or disagree?
Hell, a horse won the Kentucky Derby, and I thought you were supposed to try to win. And I didn't see him draw no blood, anything. He was just making the horse go faster, and that's what he was supposed to be doing. So that's where I stand. He did his job.
Dad, you got
I guarantee you the man that owned the horse, the money didn't come out the jockey's pocket. He probably paid it because he won the Kentucky Derby. But I mean,
because they didn't strip him of the title, did they?
No, absolutely not.
Well, it seems like the punishment's a little out of whack there. But Dad, I kind of threw you under the bus because by asking you that question, you gotta, just between you and me, you gotta think a little bit more about how some things could be perceived on the internet. You seem pro horse beater right now. You seem
no. I mean, I'm pro that jockey wanted to win the Kentucky Derby.
So you're pro winning if it means beating a horse more than is illegal? That doesn't sound good.
Well,
I
didn't know there was like you brought up, I didn't know there was a thing that you had so many times you could just hit that around the neck and make him go.
Let me give you another chance. The official stance of Dispatches from Myrtle Beach and its creator and host on horse beating is
we don't want you to be beating a dead horse.
I ain't even going back to that. I'm talking. Okay, we are okay. Yes. Keep going, because there's work to be done here.
So there's always work for me to be done.
Keep going. You're digging out the hole. You're in the hole, and we're going to dig you out. You're going to do it yourself. We are anti-beating of dead horses and
live horses
within the constraints governed by
the people that look after the Kentucky Derby or all that stuff. Right. So, so I reckon the jockeys are going to have to go to school how many times they can.
How many times can you beat a horse?
Make it go faster.
Yeah. It's a good thing.
And listen,
these limits are a good thing. And it's even across the board.
If they want to talk, if the people that run the Kentucky Derby want to talk about abusing horses, the mud was about that deep where they were running in.
Okay.
That would be abuse to me instead of him whipping that horse to even letting it go on that day and not running it another day. Because I've never seen one where it was that muddy. It was terrible.
So the official stance of Dispatches from Myrtle Beach on muddy horse racing is?
It's abuse to the horse. You need to wait till it's a better day to let them run where they don't get hurt.
That's right.
Mess up their legs or something.
And if the horses insist on running in those conditions, do we advocate the beating of said horse to keep them from enduring the mud abuse?
No, we don't advocate that they need to be beaten or run in the mud.
See, I'm not putting any words in his mouth, Myrtle Beast. This is all my dad, and at least, especially the last part. The early stuff was just part of the journey to get to, we are anti-abuse of horses in all capacities.
Well, hey, not just horses, animals, dogs,
and animals
cats.
And dogs.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
But if a dog bites you,
I have been bit by a dog.
right? And then what?
Yes.
All bets are off, or what?
No, I didn't do nothing to the dog. I let him. I asked him if the dog had his shots.
Okay. All right. Good.
Think you're funny enough to make Rhett and Link laugh? Well, they're going to test that one on the Mythical Society. By July the 18th, submit a video of yourself telling a joke you think will crack them up, or send them a written joke and the Mythical crew will perform it on your behalf. Either way, the goal is simple. Try to make them laugh. More info and submission details at mythicalsociety.com. You don't have to be a member to submit. Well, I've always wanted to learn French, but I should have done a better job in high school when I was taking it because I didn't pay any attention and didn't hardly learn any words, and that's why I love Rosetta Stone. It's designed to help you learn naturally, the way you learn your first language instead of drilling words out of context. Rosetta Stone immerses you in a real-life scenario. Plus, with their true accent speech recognition, you can get your pronunciations down right from the start. Whether you want to learn Spanish, French, Korean, or even Dutch, Rosetta Stone makes it easy, effective, and fun. Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. Dispatches from Myrtle Beach listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life. Visit rosettastone.com/dispatches to get started and claim your 50% off today. Don't miss out. Go to rosettastone.com/dispatches and start learning today. Well, Link, we got another email from Georgia, and this one is gonna put us in a different limelight because she says, my mom has had terminal cancer for the last 10 years and defied all of the doctor's odds by still being alive today. Unfortunately, it's now spread to her neck, and I don't know how much longer she's got on this earth. She's only 54. I can't imagine a life without her. She's been a single mother my whole life. She's all I have. She's my best friend. I know you and Link have experienced loss in your life, so I wonder if you have any advice you can give me for dealing with this anticipatory grief. Anticipatory grief.
Yeah,
I love the relationship you have with one another, and it always brings tear to my eye when you end each episode with love you. Well, Georgia, this is a pretty... I'm just going to say, boy, me and Link talked about this, life don't always give us a bed of roses and things that we have, and with what's going on with your mother, and sounds like you are doing a great job trying to help her and be there for her, and that's the main thing. That with whatever goes on, and if this cancer is terminal and she passes on, it's not going to be an easy thing. It's never easy even when you know somebody's going to pass away. But you also need to know that you are doing something that's what a child is supposed to do with somebody that's raised them and loved them, and you're trying to be the caregiver and take care of them and make it as easy on them as you can. So I commend you, but just keep telling her like me and Link. Tell her and try to do the best you can, and just see how it ends up. But just do like you said, just remember in the end, just always tell her that you love her, and she knows that and I know she knows that you're trying to take care of her. So I commend you for that, Georgia, but I can't make it any easier for you. It ain't ever easy. It's just not easy.
Right. Yeah, the anticipation of grief is different than being blindsided by it. It's not better or worse. It's just different. And I think that maybe there is an advantage in being able to prepare. I do think that the time, Georgia, that you've had with your mom in kind of knowing and there being a little bit more perspective than her just being snatched from, existence, it can be something that you can use to your advantage. It's something that maybe you guys can talk about together and get ready for together. You probably already have. But I'll go a step further and say, think about how the two of you might dream about your future together. I think Dad is saying some really good stuff about all the care and love that you're giving in terms of the time and energy you're spending together and caring for her. But, starting to talk about how it's going to be, it's going to be hard for you when she's gone. What are some things that she would hope for your future? Things that, as you talk about it, after she is gone, and hopefully that's another 10 years or more from now, but whenever she's gone, you can access the dreams that you dreamed for you together. And the desires that she has for you can be forward-facing for the rest of your life. And I think that could be something powerful for you to access. Food for thought, just something I was thinking about. But Dad's exactly right. It's not going to be easy. And, there's lots of resources for stepping through grief. You're probably familiar with the stages of grief. And so I think making sure that you have people that you can talk to that can relate to losing a loved one. I think if you can have at least one person like that you can talk to. There's also professionals that you can talk to that help you walk through grief in a way that's because if you don't walk through it, you unwittingly can get stuck at a stage, I'm told, and then it can halt your own life moving forward in a way that your mom would want for you. So I wish you the best, and we're sending our love. Thank you for sharing this with us. And Dad, it does feel good that something about our show is a light and an encouragement, and for Georgia.
In Georgia, just one other thing I thought of. Lincoln and I experienced losing a loved one with Papa and his nanas on his mama's side and his other granddaddy and all that. But they were on up in age.
Right.
This has got to be. I have lost people that are close to me that are young, and let me tell you something. 54 is young.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a tough and trying thing to go through, but sounds like, you're doing a great job, and we're going to, I'm going to be praying for you. Hope that everything goes well with you in the next years or months or however how long it is that, that you'll be able to take care of it and go on with your life and remember the good years with your mother. So,
amen to that.
So.
Well, that was a different limelight. You got, which limelight are we going to next? You got another email?
Yeah, I got one. We got one now, and this is going. It's from Kylie, and she wants to know: did you know your son said you sound like Kermit the Frog?
We're not going to play that video right now, are we? Dad, do you know what Kylie is referring to?
Well, I know who Kermit the Frog is, but
okay. Well, I think what Logan is about to play for you at Kylie's request is a clip from Good Mythical Morning when we had a guest on who she is. I don't think it matters, but I'll just tell you anyway. She's on Saturday Night Live. So when she came on the show, they never, people were saying, "Oh, you guys should go on Saturday Night Live." I was like, "Well, it ain't that easy just to have somebody from SNL on your show and then you get to host it. It doesn't work like that." But it was cool to have her on. Anyway, that's the third person with us for this conversation.
The only time that my dad actually gave me advice intentionally was when he said, "Son, to make a marriage work, you both have, it's not 50-50.
Was your dad Kermit?
Southern Kermit.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Kind of.
Hey, I've had 4 wives, and I don't know how many girlfriends. I've rubbed a many a butt.
I think this is pretty accurate how he talks, so if you think that that's Kermit, then yes, that would be correct.
That would be correct.
That's Kermit. That's giving Kermit.
You gotta give 100%.
So that was a TikTok clip.
Yeah.
Dad, from the show. That's why they cut in. They cut in the parts of you to kind of show how accurate I was, but she had not heard your voice.
Well, I don't know if sounds like she was more the one bringing up that about Kermit than you.
Exactly.
She was kind of throwing you under the bus, and
yeah, Kylie was in asking you the question because I'm not the one who said it. I just did the impression, and she interpreted it.
Yeah, that you said it, but the girl from Saturday Night Live sounded like she was the one that was out of Kermit the Frog. So
that's right. Yep. Are you upset with her? Because let her have it.
Hell, I mean, if she thinks Kermit speaks as good a Southern as I do, it'll be all right.
That's true. Take it as a compliment. Now, do you think that my impersonation in this was accurate?
I thought I think you do a pretty good job of impersonating me with some of the stuff that we do. But, that means you just, even though you've been gone a while and out in L.A., you can still get back to your Southern accent. So.
It's still in there.
Yeah.
How many views does that thing have?
I think 900,000.
Oh, about to break 1 million.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come on over to Dispatches. Welcome,
Yeah.
Myrtle Beast, if you're here because of that TikTok. Let us know if you want Dad to respond to other TikToks. I bet you he'll tell you his email address.
Well,
He wasn't listening to me, but he'll tell you at the end. He'll tell you later.
Well, yeah. Come on, Myrtle Beast.
No, it's too late, Dad. You don't have to listen to me. It's your show. Do whatever you want to do. What were you doing? Go do it.
Well, it looks like people's wanting to see me pronounce some more words.
Yes. We'll move on to that because I've been sitting on this one.
It's time for another edition of Can I Pronounce These Words? Let's see if I follow, fail. This is from Michelle, and I recently have read the new Hunger Games book, and I was hoping I could help you learn some new characters from the franchise.
And me too, because, I've seen some of the movies, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to help you with these, Dad, so.
Well, you better be able to help me, because
we're going to show them to you one at a time. Here's the first one.
Good God. Katniss Everdeen.
That's got to be right.
Yep.
That's got to be right. Now, that's the lead. That's the main person. You want the main person's name to be easy to pronounce, so you're not necessarily off the hook. That's just good writing. What's this next one?
Peter Millark.
How many times you want me to pet him? There's 2 E's there. It's a weird spelling.
Okay. Peter Millark.
That's got to be right. That's not it?
The pronunciation of the second, there's a different emphasis on the last name.
Okay.
Say that again, Logan.
Emphasize the second part of the last name.
Okay. Peter Millark.
You forgot the first part again. It's tough. And
Peter Millark.
Peter Millark.
Malark.
Peter Millark.
Like malarkey.
Okay.
If you add an E on the end, then it becomes something we all know about. We throw it back and forth every week here. Bunch of malarkey. Peter. What do you
Peter Millark.
What do you what do you think about this alternative spelling of Peter? It's like you're trying to spell Peter with some sort of a posh accent. Peter.
Peter Millark.
Peter. It's Peter. Come on. Peter is a nice name. Authors don't need to be changing it. All right, here's the next one.
Hey, Mitch Abernathy.
Hey, Mitch.
Yep.
That's what when you see Mitch. Hey, Mitch. Abernathy
Hey, Mitch.
later. I don't know what that means. Was that right?
Yep.
Well, it's not Hamich.
I think it was Hamish.
That name sucks too. That's stupid. All right, what about this next one?
Effie Trinket.
That's
Yep.
gotta be it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one.
Oh, I'm doing too good. Oh, Lord. Cornelius Snow.
Incorrect.
That ain't Cornelius, Dad. None of those letters are Cornelius letters. Well, some of them are. Look at the
Corollas Snow.
Look at the second half of the first word. Look at those 4 letters. What are those 4 letters?
Lannis.
Nope, that's 5 letters. What's the last 4 letters of that word?
Anus.
There you go. Now build it up around the anus.
Corella Anus Snow.
Yep, that's right, isn't it?
Coriolanus.
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 Doc, I've been putting this off for way too long. I've got the Coriolanus. What can you do for me?
Oh, Lord.
Coriolanus.
Okay. Seneca Crane.
Correct.
All right, like the apple juice. Seneca? Didn't they make apple juice? I don't know. All right, and then one last one for you.
Plutarch Heavensby.
Plutarch?
Nope.
No.
Plutarch Heavensby.
think you got Heavensby.
Yes. Yeah, you got Heaven's B.
Yeah. Let's see. Plutarch, Heavensby.
Nope.
I think the arch, you're not saying arch, right? I think it's going to be, it's just like it has a K in it instead of a CH. Replace
Plutarch, Heavensby.
Interesting. Replace the CH with a K.
Plutarch, Heavensby.
Plutarch. What happened, Dad? Was that did you run out of breath in the middle of Plutarch?
You said put a K, Plutarch, Heavensby.
Yeah, but you didn't put the K in the right place, and it made you seem very, very like it was your last breath.
Yeah.
Plutarch. The CH is the last two letters in the word. Replace that with a K, so it ends in a K sound.
Plutarch. I can't.
Plutarch. Is that right?
Plutarch, Heavensby.
No, what I said, Plutarch.
Plutarch?
Yeah, can you believe it?
Yeah. No.
Plutarch Heavensby.
Plutarch, Heavensby.
You know what? We're not going to read it. Don't even worry about it. The audiobook's already done. It's not like you're trying to get that job. Of course, that could be a job you could get.
They miss me anyway, so.
Who? What?
They miss me. The Hunger Games miss me anyway. They just kind of went over my head.
Oh, they missed you.
Yeah, they missed me.
Were they aiming for you? I don't think so either.
No.
They missed me, but they weren't aiming for me.
Correct.
I love it. It's not. I missed the Hunger Games. No, he didn't say that. What he said was they missed me. Listen. If you want to get Charles, you know where he is, and then you got to come to him with the movie. He's not going to go to you to seek out your movie. You know where to find him, and if you don't, well, you missed him. That's on you.
That's right. Yeah. So just come on and have something to do with Dispatches from Myrtle Beach, and we may do some Hunger Games.
That's right. We'll perk right up if we get
damn.
executive producer credit.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Link, it was fun having you all here with us today, and we'll be back next week for another one.
That's right.
And don't forget to follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcast and on YouTube. And while you're at it, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. And if you got a question, comment, or story you'd like to share with me, email me at ratherbeshaggin53@aol.com. Y'all have a great rest of your week, especially you with the Plutarch Heavensby again next time.
Yeah. Ooh, that was fun. Thanks, Dan.
Love you.
Love you too.
I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.